people ask me about working out, like any type of tips or suggestions, they'll ask my process and what I do, and I always say, well, I wake up early. It starts with that, to have that designated time to get the workouts in. I get up early. Now, the reason that I wake up early is not the social media. I sleep when I die. Grind mode all day, every day. It's not that. Like I love sleep. I do. I'm a napper. I'm a professional napper. If there was a certification in napping, I would have the senior level napping certification. Like Saturday and Sunday, I got a designated time after I do whatever I do to where I go upstairs, I turn that fan on, I got this little nap dance that I do before I get into bed, and it's like real. It's my time. So yeah, I like to sleep, but it was just one of those things to where I had adjusted to my current circumstances in life, and then it worked out, and then I just been sticking with it. Waking up early, I've been waking up in between the hours 12 a.m., not suggested at all, and 4 a.m. for about 18 years. And I've been working out for about 25 years. So it was a life circumstance. It didn't start until 2007. Now, I think we all got unique situations to why we do certain things. When it comes to like fitness and wellness, whatever is under that umbrella, you'll have the people that, you know, they probably just been in great shape, middle school, high school, and they were just able to maintain that. And they've just tried different things over the years. You have people that probably were never in really great shape, and then they got in shape. Maybe it was a life scare or something like that. And they have their thing and they share their energy, right? You got somebody that was like me. I was very active in like middle school, high school. Like we used to, play basketball and stuff like that. And then I joined the military, and then I had broke my leg, actually, and then that's how I got into weightlifting. I didn't gain the weight until 2006, I believe, because I had got to a new ship in Virginia and I had broke my right hand. I was just going through some relationship stuff. And then the frequency of working out just started. Instead of working out every day, it'd be like every other day. It was just sporadic, and I gained 100 pounds. And I had got orders to go to Afghanistan, 2007, and I was 300 pounds. And I remember I was talking to somebody that he was actually in the army. He said, "Bro, depending on what you're gonna be doing out there, you're gonna have to tighten up because you're gonna be dealing with Humvees. You're gonna have to wear that IBA. You're gonna have to in travel. You're gonna have to carry all your gear. You're gonna have to. What if you got to climb up on the IB or the Humvee? Like I end up having to. You're gonna have all that weight." So I had started just 2007, just trying to like walk, jogging in the morning in Virginia where I live. Like, but thinking back, I was very active, as a youngster before I joined the military. I'm thinking now. I was talking to somebody the other day. We used to hoop, and we would ride our bikes to go hoop from like Long Beach to like Los Altos, man. It's like a long bike ride, and then we would ride our bikes, hoop, play basketball, and then I would ride my bike back home to where I stayed in Long Beach. That's a full day, man. And not understanding the idea of burning calories, then it's crazy how I used to do it now. And then thinking about it, that's how I was able to just stay active and stay in shape. But yeah, I started in around 2007, waking up early. Got to Afghanistan, and I had a kidney stone. I told this story before. Passed the kidney stone in the Afghan bathroom, and I said, "Man, I got to tighten up." It was an Air Force medic at the time. He said, "Dude, you got to fix this. Like, the reason that you have a kidney stone, it just wasn't some fluke. It's stress, it's your habits. I see how you be eating. You got to fix that, man, or you're gonna be having that pregnancy again." So I started just jogging around our fob Scorpion, it was called at the time. Later RPAC South. I started jogging around that, 1 mile in the morning, 2 miles, 3 miles. I got up to like 8. I'm in Afghanistan away from people. We're seeing each other every day. And I didn't really have a scale like that I was looking at, but I didn't realize that I was just dropping the weight. But I also felt great, man. Get up. And it was a stressful, I was in a combat zone, so it was a stressful time. But you get up and they later enhanced, like they built like a better version of a gym. So I was working out and doing my cardio in the morning. And I was like, man, I always felt good. And if it was some occasion to where I didn't get that workout in the morning, I started noticing a shift in my, in my thought process throughout the day, even though I would probably work out later. So I was like, yeah, this has to be my thing. When I go home, this has to be my thing. Fast forward, did about a year out there, came home, moved into my apartment in San Diego, the city of El Cajon. And I just like, I didn't start going to the gym in the morning. That was later. But I would just wake up before I would go to work at my new command, and I would go for a jog in the morning. 8 miles, man, every morning. Just, always felt great. And, being in the military, you have to find ways to cope. Hopefully you're coping, with the more positive things than, like alcohol and just messing around. But every morning I would get up and jog. Later down the line, I got married, got divorced, but we had a son. And I'm like, dude, I got to find a way to work out. So when I have my son, we're co-parent for now, like for all these years, every other week. So Monday to Monday. So I said, okay, well, when I have my son, I got to find a way to get my workout in. I can't leave my son in the house, who was real young at the time, to go, I'm going to get a treadmill. So I was on that deployment, and I asked my son mom at the time, hey, can you open the door to my new spot? They're going to deliver a treadmill. And I put that joint right where the dinner table would be, in that area. And every morning when I would have my son, I would put the baby monitor on the console, get my jog in, go to work, and then I, I had a Bally Totals Fitness membership. Yeah, I'm glad they're not around no more. Wild, right? But after I would get off work, before I would go pick up my son, I would go get a quick circuit in, and that became the thing. It wasn't until my son was with his mom one week and the power went out in our apartment. So I couldn't get on the treadmill. I didn't really want to run outside, but I had then canceled the Bally's Total gym membership, and I had got 24-hour fitness. And then I was like, oh, well, they open. And I went to 24-hour fitness. It was like 3 a.m. And that's how it kind of started. And, I was on, I was on sea duty, and I just always felt great, no matter what was going on in my life. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make this a permanent. So I stuck to it. That's how the whole early morning working out thing, happened. Now, the reason I stuck to it, outside of the mental, emotional, benefits of it, I get so much done in the mornings. Every degree, I would wake up, do my little routine, do my discussion boards, write my paper. Every certification I studied for, like professional development stuff, do that. When I was studying for Navy advancement, during that time, because I would get up early enough to get my workout in, get my stuff together. My son was still young, so I can have my me time before I got him up, and it was good. And it had worked out. Now there are people, I don't know. I mentioned the different examples of groups. There are people that they're just against everything. And you can tell who they are more with like current events. You can see now, like with everything that's going on in the world, post-election, the loudest ones are the ones that, man, those some of those same ones that's on Facebook were the ones, well, you waking up early, man, you gonna burn out. They ain't never worked out. They ain't never cared. They gonna tell me that you're 18 years too late, right? But somehow people become your social media physician when it comes to things they're not willing to do. I love that though. I stay away from people because I tend to have more to lose when it comes to that. But sometimes you need that energy to kind of get you going to where like, okay, this is why I'm doing it, because I don't want to be like that, right? But yeah, I always advise it. If people ask, what's a good time to work out, I'll say for me, it's been the morning time. I can't tell you, what's for you. When people say, how do you do it? Well, I kind of like sit up like the Undertaker every morning. Nah, I go to bed early enough to where I get those hours that I want. And over time, my body has become used to it. I can't tell you the last time I've woken up past 4 o'clock where the sun's been out. I can't. And even if I do try to sleep to a certain time, my body just wakes up. Most mornings, I wake up before my alarm, right? And then even if I think I'm a little bit more tired, let me get a couple more minutes. Now I'm up. And it's just been like that. So if you are trying to figure out your pattern, your routine, think about the morning, right? Start early. Try to go to bed 30, 45 minutes earlier, and then try to get up 30, 45 minutes early. Go for a walk. See how you feel. It changes the whole dynamic of my day. I know that. Like I'm crabby pants. I'm Mr. Krabby Pants if I don't get my workout in. So now I created a space. Even having my own space, I still get up early, right? To where I can just come down here. You got that time to yourself. When I was going to a commercial gym, it's the same crew. So a lot of people just like to talk about things when they're trendy. So a lot of the new year, new me, crowded gyms, we didn't really have that at 3 o'clock in the morning. You had the same people, same like, what's up, man? Same small talk. Occasionally you'll have people come in there, but they'll fizzle out. We accepted it like a family though, because that's tough, right? Because there's so many different people. There's the graveyard shift people. There's the older people. That's just the time they get up. There's people like myself. So I would advise it, man. I would. I've been sticking to it for years now. Like even on the ship during deployments, back to back deployments, getting up 1 o'clock in the morning, man. We even had to clean the gym because that was a universal time to close. Hey, if we help y'all clean, can we work out during this time? And people was mad about that. But yeah, get up in the morning on deployment, get my workout in, go get my eggs, go down to the office, do some schoolwork, all before everybody's even up. Game changer. It was a game changer. And it was a game changer then, and it's a game changer now. So if you're trying to find your way, if you're still on your fitness journey, think about it. It's something to consider.